Now we're talking about training for the overnight shift. It's important that you arrive at the time they told you for your designated shift. Once you get there, please sign in. You'll want to sign in with your first name only. There should be 4 people on each shift, 2 males and 2 females. You're going to want to meet with the rest of the people in your shift and assign one of you as the shift leader. The shift leader will be in charge of the key for the med box and also be in charge if any incident arises during the night. The reason we have 4 overnight shift is that if something does happen during the night, let's say a guest should have a medical issue, you would have somebody to stay with the guest, somebody to stay with the other guests, somebody to call 911, somebody to let them in at the door. Medicines. If a guest needs medicine during the night, they'll find one of the volunteers. You would then get the key to the med box, open the med box, hand them their they'll have a little envelope in there which will have their medicines in it and it will have their name on it. Hand them their plastic bag with their medicines. Don't say anything to them. We don't give any advice whatsoever on what to take, how much to take, etc. They will take their medicine, they will give you back the plastic bag, put it back in the box, and be sure and relock the medical box then. Feel free once you get there to interact with the guests. 10:30 is lights out. At that point, and probably before, the doors are locked. When the doors are locked, we don't allow anybody in, except for the morning crew when they arrive the next morning, or if you're doing a split overnight shift, then when the next overnight shift comes in, obviously you would let them in. But other than that, we don't allow anybody in during the course of the overnight, including the police. The alarm, there are a couple of alarm clocks in the supply box. Occasionally a guest needs to be gotten up early for some reason. They may have a job that they have to get to early in the morning. So in that case, you want to set the alarm. Overnight shift also will be in charge of charging up the phones for the guests who want to have their phones charged. The phones will be collected at lights out, and at that point, the ICRH coordinator will hand them over to the overnight volunteers, and you can choose to charge them, then put them away in the box, and you can pass them out again the next morning. They'll be passed back to the guests. Overnight shift is kind of the boring shift once the guests go to bed, so other than charging up the phones, there isn't a lot to do, so feel free to bring crossword puzzle book, reading materials, etc. with you. Another thing you can do for Monday night shift crew, the laundry comes back on Mondays. In the tote bags there will be some big blue bags which lists towels, etc. Into each one of those, if you want to, you can put the linens and things that they will need. The linens are all listed in the corner of the blue bag, so you'll know what to put into those. Other than that, again, we want 2 people to stay awake throughout the course of the evening. The other 2 are free to sleep during that time period. You want to stay until the morning crew arrives the next morning. If a guest wakes up during the night, encourage them to go back to bed and rest and get some more sleep. We don't pass out any food or any coffee before 6 o'clock in the morning. Other than that, that's pretty much it for the overnight shift. Thank you.